Hey everybody, welcome. This is Leslie from GoToKitchens.com. Hello everybody on Facebook. Thank you for being here. Hello everybody on Periscope. Here is your splat moment. If you need a splat selfie, now's the time. Hey, it's good to see you, Janie and Frank. Everybody's in the house. It's good to see you guys. Hi, everybody on Facebook. Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining me in both places. We are broadcasting live right now on Facebook Live and on Periscope. So I know, right? He just had to be here. It's good to see you guys. Thank you so much for being here. We are, you need your splat selfie, right? I know. Today we are continuing recipe redo all over, and we are remaking another favorite, which is a classic mac and cheese, except today we are not using any mac. Hashtag no mac. What's up? What's up? It's good to see you, Frank. Thanks for being here. No mac today in this mac and cheese. So it is an amazing makeover. You're actually getting, it's veggie based, so you're gonna get a veggie. Now, don't get too excited because it's not totally guilt-free, but because it has a lot of dairy in it. We're gonna use several dairy products today. So, oh, thank you so much. Hey, Sherry, it's good to see you. We're going to use several, I know, a little guilt is okay, and it goes a long way, doesn't it, Jen? So it's a Met cover. That's absolutely what we're doing today, Evan. By the way, everybody say congratulations to Evan Summers. We are part of a network with Dr. Josh Axe, and today one of his quotes was published in Dr. Axe's like a sales page for a program that we belong to that I'll talk about a little bit in detail as we go along. So I know, so awesome. Congratulations, Evan. It is absolutely amazing, and I'm so excited for you and the opportunities that are ahead of you. So yeah, very cool, very cool. So let's get down to brass tacks. Let's do this. Let's make some mac and cheese. But before we do that, let me introduce myself. My name is Leslie. I have a website, GoToKitchens.com. It's right here, GoToKitchens, hold on, .com. It's right there in orange and turquoise. Please consider going over and becoming a VIP. There is nothing for sale. You just click VIP access. You give me your email address, and that's all it takes. And you get a free ebook. And you get access to a Facebook page, which is right here on Facebook. So go there, become a VIP. It's super easy. We are about to cross over the 300 mark, which I am so, it is brass tacks week. So I've said it like 3 times in like 10 minutes. Anyway, but please consider going over and becoming a VIP. Nothing for sale. The only thing I want you to buy is I want you to buy into your own health. I consider myself a light bulb expert. Why do I do that? Because I like for people to have light bulb moments in their health. I had a light bulb moment, and it was almost too late. When I got cancer, a light bulb went off, and I was like, I should probably do something about my health. I don't want you to get to that point. I want you to have those light bulb moments before that happens to you. And today I'm going to teach you a trick with macaroni and cheese that's going to knock your dang socks right off. If you have socks on right now, don't worry. By the end of this Periscope, they're going to be knocked off. So here we go. So for the base of our mac and cheese, instead of using macaroni, we are actually using cauliflower. Now, if you're going, ew, cauliflower, ugh, trust me, and the way that we make this mac and cheese, you or your kids or your husband or anybody else will never know. Sherry's like, yay, cauliflower. That's awesome. So yes, I know. Love faking them out, right? It's awesome. It's called, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Remind me of your name. It's Andrea, right? Did I get that right? I think I got that right. Dabbling Chef is your name is Andrea, right? Yep. Okay. Got it. Awesome. I did it. I remembered somebody's name. So yes. And if you guys are not following the Dabbling Chef, I recommend that you follow her. If you like food science and food history, she is perfect for that. So please go check her scopes out. I think you're scoping on a regular basis as well, like on a daily basis, or on a weekday basis. So you guys go check out. I know Potato Week was amazing. Go check out her scopes. They are really, really cool. So, and I really like hearing the science and the history behind food. I learned some things last week about the potato that I didn't even know. So yes. All right, you guys, so let's get right down to it. So right now, let's turn my camera just a little bit. Right now on the stove, and I'm sorry, it totally washes it out because, let me see if I can turn off the surface light and see if it makes it any better. Nope. Oh, that just turned it down. Let's turn it off completely. Can you see it now? No. Okay, so in enough water to cover one large head of cauliflower, I have had it boiling since I started this broadcast. So about 5 minutes, 5 minutes boiling, and I just turned off the heat to it just now. And I've been boiling it to get it a little bit soft. It is just going to be al dente, which means it's still going to have a little bit of crispness to it. But this is crucial in this process. Do not skip this. If not, you're going to have crunchy, weird cauliflower. It'd be like not making your pasta ahead of time when you're making mac and cheese, right? So you just like pour it in there and stick it in the oven. That's what it would be like. So, hey, it's good to see you. Thanks for being here, Joshua. So you're going to actually boil your cauliflower just a little bit. Let me see if I can get this closer to the camera. This is one large cauliflower, and I actually have it in little bitty bite sizes. Let me grab one here. I've actually cut it down to little tiny, sorry, you guys, to little tiny bite sizes, which is super important because the cauliflower is not going to break down in the cooking. It's not going to get mushy or anything like that. In fact, it'll be a little bit al dente. So you want nice bite-sized pieces. So think about the size of macaroni after it's boiled, and that's how small you want your, I know, little sheep on Splat. Splat's holding a little sheep. But that's what size you want. You see how small that is? That's what size. It was too hot for me to hold. Now it's not. That's what size you want your cauliflower. You see that? You see that? You want it a nice bite size. Remember to be thoughtful in your presentation. You need to be thoughtful. If you have picky eaters, smaller bites make it easier for veggies to go down. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to use just a cauliflower, and I have been, again, just boiling it lightly for about 5 minutes. We good? Everybody good? Yes, it's a good tip. Thank you. It is thoughtful and much easier to fake them out. So yes, popcorn size. Thank you, Sherry. So yes, popcorn size is a perfect thought there. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to drain your cauliflower, which I'm going to do right now, which I'm not by my sink. So you guys excuse me as I walk out of frame in just a second. You're going to drain it and you're going to run a little cold water over it. This cold water isn't for any other reason so that you can handle it. So I'm just running a little bit of cold water over it. I'm going to leave it in the sink there. And then I'm going to spread out this is just a tea towel, so just a white cloth tea. Just is like, ooh, yes, popcorn, let's do that. No, we're making mac and cheese. So this is an important step. I am going to pour my cauliflower out just like this, and I'm not going to mash it. I am going to get the water off of it. If you do not do this step, you can, that's awesome, I love it. If you do not do this step, you're going to end up with watery, very watery mac and cheese, which is fine. You can actually pour the water off of it, but why do that? Don't just eliminate that step and just let it sit in a tea towel for a second while you prepare your baking dish. So this is my baking dish. Everybody tell me how adorable it is because I just got it. And I have to tell you, it's ceramic. It looks like metal, like those enameled old metal. Look, they've even like, it's so cute. They have made it look like one of those old enamel dishes, but it's actually ceramic. I know, it's so cute. I do too. I love dishes too. I'm a little bit addicted. I know, it's so cute. So this becomes my mac and cheese maker. You do, yeah, you don't want it watery. So you just want to drain off the water. That is a super important step, to drain off that water and to use it in a tea towel. You can put it in paper towels, but pat it dry. You want it to be dry. So yes. All right, so what I did before when I was cutting up my cauliflower is I set my dish where I was cutting it up, and you can see actually remnants of cauliflower still in it, and I put all my cauliflower in here to make sure that I had enough to fill my pan up. That is important as well. You want it to be a nice full pan. So yes, so mine fills up to right, here, because this kind of wants to blubble over in the oven. So you want to be careful with that. You want to be careful with that idea that it's doing that. So So just, you know, like below the dish line is a really good level. So yes, so I did that. This has also been greased with coconut oil. So just a light coating of coconut oil in here, or butter, however you want to do it, is going to be, is going to keep it from sticking to the bottom. So just a light thing of cauliflower. A light thing of cauliflower. What? Crazy woman. Okay, everybody got that? Good so far? I know I'm moving fast. So now we're going to take our cauliflower, and we're just going to take it out of the tea towel and dump it right in here. And you can see, well, you can't see, but I can see that it is nice and dry, and that it is not, there's not a bunch of water in there. This is the reason you do not, the name of the pan, I don't know. Cute, that's the name of it. I don't know. I bought it at like Home Goods. It's so cute. I'm so in love with it right now. I have to tell you, I'm like, I couldn't wait to use it today, and I can't wait to photograph it. Yes, it is an oval baker. Yeah, so you can use any type of ceramic or glass container. You can use an iron skillet. That's traditionally how I make it, is in my grandma's iron, my great grandma's iron skillet. Yes, so no, you cannot use a strainer. You have to use a strainer, but you need to pat it dry with some towels. So paper towels or something like that is very, very important. That is a step that you do not want to miss. You do not want to miss boiling. 5 minutes only. You do not want it to turn to mush, and you need to pat it dry. Those are two very important steps. So now that we have our cauliflower in here, that is actually just going to set aside. So we're going to set that aside, and we're going to move the camera over here. Come here, camera. Here, camera. We're going to do some blender work. So this is going to create our cheese sauce, essentially. So I know it's cheese time! So we are going to use some cheeses that are actually better for you. First of all, let me say that natural cheese is not yellow. Everybody got that? Even if you're buying organic cheese, natural cheese is not yellow. Okay, so cheese should be white. It should not be yellow, right? That is color that has been added. Hey, Lolita, it's good to see you. I'm so happy to see you here. I know, it is good, I agree. You might have to like just jump off the vegan train like one time to have a bite of this, Janie. Yeah, no, Velveeta's not real. Yeah, you didn't know that? I know, it's crazy, right? I was shocked too. All cheese should be white. Cheese, unless it has like, unless it's blue cheese, which it has, you know, like mold infused into it or bacteria infused into it, cheese should be white. No cheese should be yellow. I know, barf, right? I think I've eaten my fair share in Velveeta bricks over the years because my mom used to make this insane cheese dip. It was insane. It was that in a can of those Rotel tomatoes. You guys know what those are, right? Oh, thank you, Hayden. Hayden on Facebook says that she loves my mise en place, and I do. I just have them sitting over there waiting. So it's a great way to cook. So yes, but I've eaten a ton of that stuff. Or cheese in a can, right? Oh my God. Like on nachos at baseball games and stuff. Oh my Lord. Okay, let's not talk about that. It's freaking me out. Cheese should not be yellow. So in our blender, we are actually going to use some cottage cheese for this. Now here is the fake out tip for this. All right. Cheese like this, when you put it into cauliflower and you bake it, is going to get weird. It's going to get really dry, and it's going to get weird, and you're going to get these little curds that you see in here, these little cheese curds that you see in here in this cottage cheese are going to become weird when you bake them. So the secret tip here, this is like one of my favorite secret tips, is to blend this. And so we're going to do some blender work, and we're going to actually make this like a smooth cheese sauce. So the other thing that you want to do is, and you're going to see a theme here, is you want to get as much liquid off as you can. So pouring the liquid off. I know, curd is a gross word. I totally agree, Janie. Yes, this is cottage cheese. This is organic grass-fed cottage cheese right here, all right? Cottage cheese is amazing. This is, let me look at my recipe down here. I am using half a cup. This is actually goat milk. I forgot about that. This is goat milk's cottage cheese. That is hard to find. That is hard to find. So if you can't find it, don't freak out. If you can find it, awesome. But yes, this is goat's milk's cottage cheese, but it is perfect for this. So I know, kind of hardcore. I agree totally. You're right, Juan. Totally hardcore. We have a cheese shop here. Actually, it's in Longmont, Colorado. We have a cheese shop. This is pasteurized, absolutely. If you can find it raw, good luck. But this is pasteurized. So, but we have a cheese shop here in Longmont, like 30 minutes from my house, and it is the most amazing place, and I get the most amazing cheeses. I know, it's so cool. I love having lunch there. They have a room the size of a house that is just, it's refrigerated and it's just freaking cheese. It's amazing, amazing. So remember last week when we made yogurt? I know, darn me and my cheese. I do too. Yeah, I know. Sherry, come visit me. Sherry, I'm giving you a formal invitation right now to come visit me, and we will go cheese shopping and we'll make all kinds of stuff. Okay. So this, remember the yogurt that we made last week? This is the yogurt, right? This is it. Look, Splat's got a hairdo. Anyway, okay, sorry. So this is the yogurt that we made last week. So we're going to actually use this. This is, how much yogurt is this, Leslie? This is, I'm looking at my recipe and I still can't find it. This is 1/2 cup of yogurt. This is raw homemade yogurt that we just made last week. That's going to go down in the blender as well. Excuse me. Still got that little scratchy thing going on. Okay. Now we're going to put in, this is just Dijon mustard, so like a nice stone ground mustard, organic. Make sure you look at the ingredients because there can be some nasty things in mustard, so make sure that you look at the ingredients. And you can make your own actually if you were so inclined, but this is just regular out of a organic mustard. So you missed the yogurt? Oh, sorry. Yeah, so yogurt is 1/2 cup. Oh, you missed the yogurt that we made. Yes, you should. Catch.me/go-to-kitchens. You can find it there. It's really super stinking easy. So this is just a tablespoon and a half of Dijon mustard. And then we're going to throw a little, this is like a tablespoon or I'm sorry, this is a teaspoon, not a tablespoon. This is a teaspoon of pepper and the same of sea salt. And about 1/2 teaspoon of garlic. Now this does not require a lot, I know, right? For sure, thank God for Catch. This does not require a lot of garlic because you do not want to overpower the cheeses, which is easy to do with garlic. Garlic and cheese, they are wonderful together, but garlic will take over very quickly in this dish. So you want to do about 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder or garlic sauce, and you do not want to use raw garlic. Trust me, I've done that. It does not work. Just saying. And then we're going to just give this a quick blend. Sorry, I know it's loud. Give me just a second. It makes it like a creamy pastry to spill. It's good to see you over here on Facebook. So we have made like a cheesy, creamy sauce, essentially, with the yogurt, the cottage cheese, and some spices, and a little bit of mustard in there. Now on the stovetop, we're going back to the stovetop. Now on the stovetop, we are actually going to preheat a pan. And we are going to put this entire mix, excuse me. We're going to put this entire mix on the stove. And we are going to preheat it. So we're going to heat it, and we're going to add just a little bit of flour to thicken this up a little bit. This is also a crucial step. Do not think that you can skip this step because you don't have time or whatever. This is an important step to do. If you're not talking, it goes by very quickly, by the way. This is something that you're going to want to constantly stir. You do not want this to burn on the bottom of your pan. I'm on a medium-low heat here. Yep. Yep, you have to heat the cheese up just a little bit. Now to this, we are gonna add about 3/4 of a cup of raw cheddar. And I'm gonna show you the package here in just a second. This is just, I'm sorry you can't see it very well. This is just a raw shredded cheddar. Uh-oh, thanks for coming over to the other side. This is just a raw shredded cheddar. And we're gonna add about 3/4 of a cup down in there, and we're gonna save some of this for the top of that as well. That's gonna go down in our cheese sauce. Not stirring, by the way, not stirring now. I'm gonna show you this. This is the package. I'm sorry, I split it right down the middle. This is Organic Valley. This is available just about in any, this is getting really, really popular. Actually, I'm just using a gluten-free, because we're only using like half a teaspoon. I'm using a gluten-free, just wheat flour. So, but you could use other types of flours. It's going to just make sure that it's really fine. Like almond meal is not going to work. You need something that's really, really nice and fine. So Organic Valley is actually a large company that is doing sustainable work, and they are also, I just really respect them, and they actually have a raw mild cheddar cheese that is available. You notice that my cheese is white. Cheese is not yellow. This is a great brand, and it's getting to a point that it is nationwide. It's getting to a point where it's everywhere. So this is, if you just like to eat cheese, this is a great way to eat it. Yes, it's pasteurized, or actually no, it's not. I'm sorry, this is raw. They have it pasteurized as well, but they have pasture-raised cows that they do, and so it's just a really nice source. So there you go. If you want to screenshot my torn package, you're welcome to do that. Make your own cheese. Yeah, make your own cheddar. That's a chore, isn't it, Lisa? Not that far along in my cooking journeys of making my own cheese, especially when I have something available like that to me. Okay, so you want to heat this up on low just until the point that that shredded cheese that you put in there starts to melt a little bit and get a little bit stringy, which I am already to that point. You do not want this to bubble. You do not want this to start glupping. That is not what you're looking for here. So no glupping. You just want this to be a nice warm temperature. And no sticking on the bottom. That's super important. Burnt cheese. It's not too bad actually, but you want to be careful. Okay. So we are like perfectly perfect right now. You saw how little time that took. Now we're going to bring back over our baking dish. Let's turn this again so everybody on Facebook can see, and you guys on Periscope. So we have our baking dish. I'm sorry, again, the lighting really keeps you from seeing that is the cauliflower, but that's the cauliflower that we used earlier. And oops, turn that off. And we are just going to pour this mixture right over the top of this. And you need to go nice and slow and try to get it nice and even throughout the cauliflower. So maybe make a circle or whatever you want to do, but you want to make it nice because you're not going to stir it. You're not going to disrupt it after it's in the pan, but you want it to be nice and even throughout the dish. So good. I'm going to get it all in there. Sorry, I can't watch comments. All right. Just give it a little spread. Hold on, I have to have a taste. Oh, that is so good. That little bit of garlic in there, you can taste so much. It's crazy town. Now we are going to cover this baby with the cheese. So we're going to go along the edges because that's where it gets like that beautiful little burnt cheese crust. We're going to go along the edges first to make sure that we cover those up because it connects with your pan and creates these beautiful little burnt edges that everybody tries to get. I know, more cheese, right? It's crazy. A lot of cheese. I told you, it's mac and cheese. But instead of pasta, you're getting this amazing vegetable that is so good for you. This is about 3/4 of a cup of cheddar. So it's actually not a ton of cheese. This is not like crazy town cheese, but yes. I know, everything's white, right? White, white, white. So now that this is ready, this is just going to go in the oven and it's going to bake for between, there you go. Isn't that lovely? Yes, it is. Well, the sauce is inside and then this is what's going to make like that crunchy crust on top. So super, super yummy. Again, this for me is a major, it's not a major cheat meal. I gotta move this back, so sorry, bumping the camera. So I can get in my oven. Ooh, gosh, it's like a tornado around here or something crazy. So this is a meal that I serve on special occasions, but I can tell you, well, that's good. Man, I just lost Facebook again. I wonder what's going on with that. But I can tell you that if you have kids, I'm going to give you, I love that. I did see that. It's amazing. It's amazing. I love that they're doing that. So this is going to go in the oven for probably, I'm not going to eat all this. No, I ate the whole pizza yesterday, but I'm not going to eat all this. This is actually for dinner tonight. So Robin actually likes this, if you can believe that. So, because it's that good. Robin is a pretty particular eater, but he loves this. So yeah, super, super yummy. So I'm going to put this in there. This is going to bake for about 20 minutes at 350. I know, right, Sherry? This is going to bake at about 350 or at 350 for about 20 to 30 minutes until you get a nice, until you get a nice golden crust. So you have totally cheated the whole pasta thing there. Now there is a lot of dairy in there, so that is not something that you're going to want to go downtown crazy with. Like, that's not a weekly meal. That is a weekend meal on a special night when you're going to make like grass-fed burgers and mac and cheese, or something like that. The other idea that I have for this is to control portions. These are some that have already been made. You can see how lovely they are. Look at those little beautiful. This is what's going to happen. I know. Now you have to go on the cheese hunt, which you will have to buy locally. So this is a great idea that you can put these in these beautiful little ramekins like this. So you put this in these beautiful little ramekins and you cover them. So cover them with something. And I even just stick a bunch of them in a Ziploc bag after they've cooled. Let them cool completely. Do not put them in the freezer hot. You will bust one of these, or you will have a mushy cauliflower when you take it out. But you could freeze this and stick it back in the oven to reheat it. I know, right? I want to eat it too. But you can stick it back in the oven to reheat it. And you could portion control what you're feeding your kids. So it's time for lunch. I'm just going to stick one of these in the oven and heat it up, and then lunch is ready. And they have a veggie with flavors that kids dig. All right. These are, even with the cauliflower. Yes, right. Oh, that's crazy. I love it. I love it. But even with the, yes, absolutely. You're absolutely right, Lexi. But even with the cauliflower, I promise you, just don't make it in front of them. They will not know what it is. I know, totally, right? Like, who wouldn't want, like, if this was presented to you, would you be like, what's that? I want that. I want to eat that. And kids feel the same way. So please do not be fooled by that. I'm actually going to taste my creation right now, although it's a little cold. You guys, I totally forgot to put the flour in the cheese sauce. It's sitting right here. It'll be fine. But if you want your cheese sauce to be a little thicker inside your mac and cheese, add about half a teaspoon and stir it up right before you pour the sauce over. Just saying. Totally forgot. Got to run in my mouth, and then I forgot to add an ingredient. What in the world? All right, hold on. What kind of cooking professional am I anyway? So I'm going to break into this baby. You get this nice little cheesy top. Oh, it's so good. So good. Come apart. No, I don't want all of that. Okay, here we go. I know, right? Live TV. Can't go back and edit that. No, it's not your fault at all. Oh my God. There is nothing. This is so good. It is so amazingly good. I'm telling you, it is really good. Oh yeah. See, you get down in there and see how it's all like, oh, I know, totally teasing you. So, so good. So there you go. There is my mac and cheese fake out for the day. Amazing, amazing little recipe. I have to tell you guys, I cannot take credit for it. I cannot take credit for it. This is actually a recipe from Dr. Josh Axe, which brings me to the next point. Yes, absolutely. You could add whatever seasonings you like. Just be careful that you don't overpower your cheese. So, because you want to have that cheesy, you want to have that cheesy impression and feel. So I would like to invite all of you to join me on a journey. And that journey is called the Institute for Nutritional Leadership. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying that I do not make a penny from this. This is not an affiliate. I'm not associated with it in other ways. Yes, I will. Absolutely. Probably not until next week, but maybe yes. I have a lot to catch up on. But I am, Dr. Josh Axe is actually, I consider him a mentor. I do a lot of stuff from him. I follow him. I have been in his class, the Institute for Nutritional Leadership. It's an 8-week course. It is $200, and I can tell you without a doubt, it is the best $200 I've ever spent in my entire life. If you watched Evan's scope earlier, he talked about it. And it is absolutely amazing. And the reason I'm saying I'm inviting you to come with me, yes, it is starting up next Monday. They only have a 7-day window open for enrollment. And that after that, it's gone. And so they fill up the class so fast that they only have to have enrollment open for a week. Similar classes, like if you take other courses that are this long and this intensive, they cost you a couple $1,000s. This is $200. You can pay it in 2 payments. It is an amazing class. I will put a link up in the VIP page. It is an amazing journey. And the reason I'm asking for you guys to join me on it is because I'm actually an ambassador for that class. So I'm considered one of the leaders in this class this season, and I will be there to help you, to coach you through your journey. He only does it once a year. I will be there to help you and to coach you through your journey, and to answer your questions, and to be there for support. And I have to tell you that it is all online. It's 8 weeks long, and it's at your own pace. Thank you so much. I know I'm super excited. I was really honored to be asked to be a part of this. So I've known it for quite a while, but it's happening. So I want to talk about it more. The link is live right now, and I will share it on the VIP page and on my personal page. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So I will absolutely be there. I'm so excited to be a part of it this year. I went through it last year, and it launched Go To Kitchens. If you go to the sales page for it, and the application page actually for it, if you go there, thank you so much, Lolita. If you go there, there is, you can pay it in 2 payments, Sherry, so it's 2 payments of $99. So, but it is, or put it on a credit card or something and pay yourself back. I mean, take it out of savings and pay yourself back. It is an amazing journey. So, that's funny. So yes, but it is an incredible path. And when I started, Go To Kitchens did not even have a name. It did not, actually it had a name, but it had no theory behind it. It had no branding. I didn't even know what I wanted to do with it. I did not have any clue how to structure a business or start a business. Before the 8 weeks is over, I had launched my Facebook page for Go To Kitchens. I had a brand. I had a path. I had it all laid out. I knew who my avatar was. I knew who my customer was. I knew all kinds of things. And it was just like, what in the world? I just knew that my cancer journey had a purpose, and I wanted to share it back out. So it is absolutely an amazing course. So it's 8 weeks long. The first of the week, you have 2 classes a week. The first of the week is going how it was last year anyway. The first of the week is business training. So you get an entire class or lesson plan on business training. And then the second part of the week, the second class in the week, it's called the Institute for Nutritional Leadership. Yay! Yeah. So, and then the second part of the class is actually all about nutrition. And he talks about specific diets, and he talks about unraveling disease, and he talks about, dealing with people that are dealing with these diseases. I mean, it sets you up for success. And if you follow his principles and you follow these guidelines, I promise you by this time next year, you'll be standing here going, and I took this class and it was so amazing. It was only $200 and blah, blah, blah. I mean, it is incredibly incredible. And so I just want to invite you guys on the journey with me to join INL. It starts next Monday, the 22nd. There's a 7-day registration period. It will fill up. I encourage you now. I encourage you now to go. Yes, I know it is totally cheap. It is extreme. If you've looked into any other online classes, it is extremely cheap. It is extremely cheap. Yeah. Thousands of dollars. I wanted to take Marie Forleo's B whatever it's called, B school, and it's $2,000. It's $2,000. I was like, well, maybe next year I'll take it. I am quoted on the page. I am, absolutely. It was quite an honor for them to let me do that. So you will have to make your first payment. Yes, you will have to make your first $99 payment, and then halfway through the course, they will charge the other $99. So it's an automatic payment. They do have a money-back guarantee. If you're not happy, I can't remember how many classes in, but if you're not happy so many classes in, you get a full refund, no questions asked. So Moira, so you see Salon Moira there? Yeah, absolutely. That's how we met. That's how we know each other, is from that class. This is how I know Evan. This is how I know Whole Health Dana. Every single one of us launched our businesses from that class. Evan, Dana, myself, if you ever watch Nourishing Transformations, she launched her business. It's how Go To Kitchens got launched. It is a huge explosion. And one of the things that is so golden about it is the support structure. So I'm there as an ambassador, as a support for you guys. And so I will be there helping you and guiding you through the way. And then you get, of course, access to all the other class members that have already gone through. The Institute for Nutritional Leadership. Linda, I will put a link up in my Twitter. I'll put a link up on all my social media so you guys can find it. Yes, it is absolutely a phenomenal journey. So I want to encourage you guys, if you are at all interested for setting yourself up for success in your future, and you think that you want to do this, Jeannie, if you think that this is something that you want to break into the health field, that you want to set yourself up for success, and this is your passion, this is your place. The Institute for Nutritional Leadership is your place. Now, you guys, I'm not kidding you. I do not make a penny. Nothing. I make nothing. As an ambassador, I make nothing. I get the privilege of meeting Dr. Axe in the fall. That is my payment. And so, but that's how much I believe in it. You know that I'd never try to sell you anything, but I'm trying to sell you on this because it will change your life. It is amazing. So, yes. You do not need to be, no, you do not. That's a great question. You do not have to be live for the webinars. They're kind of at crazy times, actually. I would recommend that you try to be there live, because then the action, I'm sorry. Good, I missed that, Jen. I'm sorry. I saw something about learning something about good nutrition. I'm sorry. That was a big one too that you need to retype. Maybe in 2 questions, because I think there was 2 questions in that. But Lisa, I know Lisa's already signed up. I know several of you have already gone there and they're like, I'm totally in. I'm in, because Evan and I have been talking about it, and it's an amazing journey. So, and I will be there to help you. Yes. What if you want to just learn about good nutrition? So there is 4 weeks is 8 classes are dedicated to that. Yes. If I would say that only if you are thinking about starting a business in the nutritional field is something that, because the business classes would be a total waste for you if you're not starting. Although, you know, I say that, but you're an entrepreneur, so maybe not. Because the way he teaches business classes are not just for the health and wellness field. They are for everybody. So if you are interested in being an entrepreneur and you are interested in learning more about health and wellness, then yes, then it's applicable for you. So yes, I wanted to be careful what I said there, because had I not launched Go To Kitchens, we actually used some of the practices that I learned in that class. Yeah, right. Right? I know, it's exactly right. So, but some of the principles that I learned in that class, we actually applied to our clock shop business too. Did you want to do broadcast before Periscope? Well, no, I mean, I didn't know that this was my path. This was a new social media outlet. So no, I did not realize that till I discovered, actually a friend discovered Periscope, and she's like, you need to check this out. And I checked it out. I watched it for one day. I watched Periscope one day and I was like, I am down for that. I am totally doing that. And so the very next day I was on Periscope. So and that's how I roll. I am not a like, let me think about that. I do not drag my feet. When I make a decision made, and we go forward. And that's how I've always been with everything that I do in my life. Sorry, I didn't want that to burn. With everything I do in my life, it's like, make a decision and move on. So yes. It was supposed to be a traveling cooking show. I know, and hopefully one day it will be. It's Go To Kitchens comes from going to people's kitchens and cooking with them, but I quickly found out that people are very camera shy. And they do not want to be on camera, and so it's difficult to find houses to go to their kitchens, because everybody, as soon as they would be like, oh, I totally want to do that, and then I would start, to go to their house. I'd call them and set an appointment there, and there was like 1,000 excuses, and then I quickly realized that it was because they didn't want to be on. Well, yeah, Molly, like for reals, deals. I know we're totally doing something. Well, we are doing something together on Thursday night for recipe. In fact, Molly, I need to talk to you for Recipe Redo Week. Molly and I are going to be on Blab on Thursday night at 6:30 p.m. blab.im/Go To Kitchens. Go subscribe to the Blab. It's going to be so much fun. We are throwing down our best tips for making over your favorite recipes. So in fact, I have a recipe that Jen has submitted to me. You do. That's so funny, JD. I have a recipe that Jen submitted to me, and I got to hand it over to Molly, and we're going to give you some good tips for making that over. And it's a tough one. She gave us a tough one. So, yeah, so for helping you make over that recipe. Yep, I know. So if you guys are not following Parsley Pumpkins at Parsley Pumpkins, please follow her. Molly is amazing. She is amazing, amazing, amazing. She knows so much about almost culinary aspects, but in a very laid back, amazing, amazing attitude, teaching people how to cook. So I know Molly is the best. She is. Love her, adore her. So yes, we're going to talk long enough and it's going to be ready. So yes, and I just love her giggle. In fact, we were saying that our Blab is going to be #GiggleFest 2016. I guess we both are gigglers. Actually, I'm kind of a cackler. She's a giggler. So yes, that's coming up. Here's the other thing I want you guys to check out. On February 22nd at 1 p.m. Mountain Time, I am going to be on Parachute TV. I know, I am a little bit. She is adorable. Cackle Fest, that's right. I am going to be on Parachute TV at 1 p.m. on February 22nd. Please, if you follow Parachute TV, please check out that show and be there live with me that day. That would be amazing. It is my trial. It is my spotlight, they call it. So I'm super excited about it. Yeah, I'm so excited about it. And the show is actually called Flip the Switch, and it is about having light bulb moments in health, and we'll just be talking about that. Yes, February 22nd at 1 p.m. Thank you. On Parachute TV. If you're not following Parachute TV, it's super easy. Just do a search for Parachute TV and follow them. So thank you. Thank you so much. So thank you. I know, I'm so excited. It has been since I've been on Periscope and watching Parachute TV. Thank you. Thank you, Moira. Since I've been on Periscope and watching Parachute TV, I have been intrigued about being on there. And finally I just bit the bullet and asked them. I was just like, what do I have to do to get on here? And so, yeah, so we talked a little bit and they gave me a spotlight and I was like, yes. So super, super excited. So you guys, please check that out and come hang out with me that day. I would love, love to have some of my peeps there. So yeah, Laura Clark is there. Max Ryan is there. I know some of your favorites are there. Laura's there, Max Ryan. Hillary Silver is there. In fact, Hillary and myself and Laura are all on Monday. So if I get a TV show, if I get a show there, a regular broadcast, I will be on the day that Hillary and Laura broadcast. I mean, obviously not when they do, but it'll be every Monday at 1 p.m. So yes, yeah. So super excited. And yeah, and I'm excited about my name of my show. It took me forever to name it. Usually I make a decision really fast because I'm a creative type. And so it took me like 3 days to name it. I was like, I don't know what to call it. And so it came to me at 3 o'clock in the morning, flip the switch. For those light bulb moments. So yeah, kind of crazy. So yeah, super excited about it. Yeah. Light bulb, I know, right? That whole light bulb thing has taken me far. Oh, good. I love it. Janie, I was thinking of you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, it was kind of catchy and fun. So yeah. All right, you guys, I am not going to wait till this is done, but I am going to skit right out of here. And you guys have see, I knew. You guys have an amazing afternoon. I will actually not be back on this afternoon because I'm teaching a class tonight. So if you happen to be in the local area, I am teaching a class in Longmont tonight at 6 p.m. at the Natural Grocers, and it is all about, oh, good. Everybody, if you're not following Moira, please follow her. If you are a mother or you're thinking about becoming a mother, or you're just like me who is a stalker and just stalks her, then please follow her because she does these amazing scopes on nutrition from birth. And it's not just about breastfeeding, it's nutrition from birth and learning that concept and teaching that concept to people. So yeah, so Moira, pop up some emojis there. It's Salon Moira. She is, I have to tell you, 6 p.m. at the Natural, oh yeah, Lisa, 6 p.m. at the Natural Grocers in Longmont. Oh yeah. So, bye Lexi, thanks for being here. It's good to see you, sweetheart. Yes, so there you go. So Moira is broadcasting live just right after me here. So yes. So, but if you are local and you want to come check out the class tonight, I am making shaving cream tonight in my class, which is so fun. I love playing with stuff like that. I know I don't do a lot of that kind of stuff here on my broadcast. We do mostly food, but I do dabble in making those types of products. And I actually made some shaving cream and perfected that recipe, and that's kind of interesting to shave. I don't even use shaving cream, quite frankly, but it's super toxic. Shaving cream is incredibly toxic to our skin, and so then not only that, but you're getting in the shower, heating up your skin, opening up your pores, and then you're running a razor over it, so you're opening up your pores even more. And when you put shaving cream on top of that, you're actually getting a lot of toxicity. So yeah, and deodorant's hard, actually. Oh, dang. Yeah, the class is at 6 and from 6 until 7. So that's a bummer. So yes, so I'm making shaving cream. I'm teaching it with Nanette, who you guys met last week. I'm teaching it with her, and she's doing, I can't remember what she's doing actually. Oh, she's making a moisturizer. She does all kinds of stuff. Like her book is full of that kind of stuff. She makes a hairspray, like a beach spray that makes your hair like that wavy, you know, if you have, this is natural. This is my natural hair. When I blow dry it out, that's not natural. This is actually my lazy natural hair. And so I'm already done making it. we made mac and cheese without the mac today. So yes, yes, that's right. 5:30 your time. 5:30. You're catching on to that, are you, Sherry? Still not ready. You did miss it. You have to watch replay because it's so good. It's so good, Angelica. You have to go watch the replay. I struggle with it too, Sherry. When I was trying to figure out my parachute TV spot, I was trying to figure out the time, and they were like, so if you can do it at noon, and I was like, I can't do it at noon because I have a broadcast. And they're like, well, now that's noon Pacific time. And I was like, oh, that's 1 o'clock here. Yes, I can do that. So silly. It's a crazy day that day. INL starts. I have a cooking class that evening at 3, or that afternoon at 3. I have my parachute broadcast, my regular broadcast. It's going to be a nutty day that day. So yes, I'm going to try to not get more gray hair from that day. But I am taking a gluten-free baking class on next Monday. I'm super excited about it. So, and by the way, Go To Kitchens will be closed the 29th, the 30th, and I think it's the 1st. I don't know. So, okay, good. So, but I will be closed, not this coming Monday, but the following Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I will actually, and probably not do an inspirational scope that day, but I will actually be out of town. We are taking a vacation, and we're going to be out of the country, and so I won't be able to broadcast. Well, I could, but I'm not going to. And so, the Go To Kitchens will actually be closed for 3 days. And yeah. So I may do some fun broadcasting, but I won't be doing my regular cooking broadcast or wellness broadcast or anything on those 3 days. But we'll be back that Thursday for sure. So I will probably have to do, if I get Parachute TV, I'll probably have to broadcast for them. But other than that, yes. I know. Well, we're going to be out of the country, but we're just going to be in Mexico. So we're not going to be too far out of the country. Yeah, we're just popping down to Cancun for a couple of days to take a break because I need a break. I need to sit on the beach and watch the sunsets and go snorkeling and swimming and be in the ocean. So yes. Yeah, no, we just need a couple of days off, and it was super cheap, and so we're just jetting down there for a few days. So super excited about it. Yes, some sunshine, although it's beautifully sunny here. Well, sort of. It's kind of overcast today, but yes. Actually, I don't like margaritas. Alcohol is not my thing. I drink a beer now and again if we go dancing, but yeah, and that's super limited even. I don't even drink a lot of those. So, yeah. I'm not much for that. So 90, Becky, that's crazy town. You're in Tucson, right? Really? I've never heard of such a thing. Oh, I'll relax. Don't worry. That's not a problem. I love being in Chandler. Okay. I love being near the ocean. That's very relaxing for me. It is my true home is somewhere near the ocean. I love the mountains. They're wonderful, but at some point in my life, I will have to live by the ocean. So I'm guessing that's going to be further into my life. So yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me, actually. I mean, for true dyslexia like I have, I'm not saying he doesn't have true dyslexia, but for like I have, I can't imagine that glasses would make any difference. But yeah, because it's not an eye thing. It doesn't have anything to do with the eye. It has everything to do with the brain. The wires are crossed in the brain, not in the eyes. So yeah. Yep. Okay, I'm out of you guys. Love you so much. I will see you tomorrow at noon Mountain Time. Okay, I will. Yeah, I don't know about that. But I will be back here noon Mountain Time tomorrow. We're actually making chocolate cake. We are making a flourless chocolate cake tomorrow, and it is amazing. It is so good. So this is like, tomorrow is so good. Flourless chocolate cake. Then on Thursday, we're making French fries and ketchup. So teaching you French fries and ketchup in a healthy way. Actually, those are very healthy. And then on Friday, it's Sneaky Friday, because I'm not telling you what we're doing on Friday, but trust me, it's going to be good. It's a really great fake out. I've been working on this recipe that I am showing you on Friday for quite a long time. It is mine. I have made this recipe from scratch, and I have been working on it for a while because it is something that I crave on a regular basis that I used to get as a kid, and I had stopped eating them. So yeah, yeah. The flourless cake it has eggs in it, but we're going to talk about an egg alternative actually for vegans out there. So. Huh, I didn't know that either. Yeah, they've come a long way. I was actually taught to look beyond my dyslexia. So like if my dyslexia is right here, to look beyond that and train my brain a little different. I had nuns that taught me. And it works pretty well for me. But I still do screw things up, and that's going to happen no matter what you do. So I could be a lot worse. When I was a kid, it was really, really bad. You could hardly read. By the time I got to junior high, I was in public schools until junior high. By the time I got to junior high and I was writing, I was failing because I couldn't do the work. And so I was failing. And so my parents moved me to a Catholic school. And it was a nun that actually diagnosed me. And so I went through some clinical diagnosing. of the dyslexia, and it changed my life, and they taught me how to overcome it. But you could hardly read my writing, so because it was so bad, I could hardly read in 6th grade. By the time I got to 6th grade, I could barely read, and I felt so stupid. I felt like I was dumb, and I knew I wasn't dumb. I could retain everything everybody would tell me. It was stuck in my brain forever, but I couldn't put it back out on paper. And so yes, yeah. Yeah. So they really helped me tremendously. I mean, obviously I can be a blogger and, and still get by with it. But today I had the funniest typo. I put out the mac and cheese pictures to like tease everybody and say, come watch my broadcast. And I did that, and I put, it was lunch with Leslie, and it said lynch with Leslie. I was like, oh no, gotta go fix that. I was trying to fix it. It was really funny. And then I had a really funny one yesterday too. It was, instead of bowl, I put blow, and the way that I used the word bowl in a sentence, it was really funny. Yeah. And Lucille, who's on here a lot, we were laughing so hard. She was like, I think that you meant bowl. I was like, oh my God. So I had to go back and edit. Thank God for edit. Sometimes if I boost my posts, like on my Facebook page, once you boost them, you can't edit them. And sometimes I'm like, really? Did I just put that out there? So yeah, I know. And it's okay if you guys correct me. It does not offend me. And please, if you think I'm making an ass of myself, please correct me. So yeah, absolutely. Oh, we're getting a little bit of browning. Here, I'll take you off your tripod so you can see. Off your tripod. This is your tripod, not my tripod. I'll show you. See how we're getting a little bit of browning around the edges? That's what we're looking for. Yummy. So good. It smells like heaven in here. I know, sometimes autocorrect gets the best of me sometimes. So yeah, funny. Man, I tried to do these 30-minute scopes. It's not working out so good for me. So I'm going to stop judging myself, because I just I enjoy myself just like sitting and chatting with you guys. I mean, it's like hanging out with friends, right? So why would I like judge myself for like, you got to be 30 minutes. It doesn't work out. Just doesn't work out that way. By the way, this has been in there for quite a while. So, that's been in there for about 30 minutes. So I know, sometimes it's so funny. So I know, we're all friends. Absolutely. I know it was, especially when I'm cooking, it goes by way too fast. So, because when I'm cooking, I can't see your comments. And so it goes by so fast. Look, I was like making it rain. Yeah, it goes by so fast. That's awesome. That's going to be a task actually, to make grain-free angel food cake. It can be done though. I have a grain-free pound cake that is amazing. It's amazing. I made it last year. It's somewhere on my Facebook page. It's not on my regular page. So not everything translates there, because I have to write my own blog post. Things don't make it over there very quickly. So yeah. Yeah, so I'm learning gluten-free baking on, next Monday. Sorry. Yes. Yeah, I know. It's funny because I try to avoid gluten. I am not gluten-free. I eat gluten, and I eat dairy, and I eat the things that freak people out and everything, and I'm just fine, but whatever. But that's just me. That's just me personally. And so, but I don't do gluten-free, but I do try to avoid it. I do take precautions. If I can get the same result in something without the wheat and without the grain, then I will do it. So yeah, then I will do it. Yeah, but I mean, being afraid of sugar there's a lot to be said about that too. So exactly. Yeah. So using the moderation rules in your intake, especially if you're not dealing with a disease. So if you're not battling something, then, yeah. So, but there's just so many bandwagons you could jump on. I mean, honestly, whole grain is healthy. And when people strip it right out of their diet, especially, it needs to be organic, and sprouted grains are even better. But, yeah, I mean, it's something that is actually good for you. But the reason everybody's on the no grain bandwagon, with the books and the everything, is because our diets, our standard American diets, sugar does not cause cancer. Sugar does not cause cancer. Let's just be crystal clear about that. Sugar does not cause cancer. Sugar does not cause cancer. Sugar might feed cancer, but that's only specific types of cancers. That's not every kind of cancer. So even if you're avoiding sugar, it's possible that you're not avoiding cancer. So just saying that. Yes. It does feed cancer cells, but it does not cause it. And it's only certain, trust me, Sherry, I've done lots of research down this. So I know. It's true. I do not walk in fear of my food. I try to make the best choices as possible. So mixing wrong fats with processed grains and sugar is bad combo. Absolutely. So what I was saying is in our standard American diet, which they call the SAD diet because it's the acronym, but because of our standard American diet, our people eat a lot of processed foods. And so in those processed foods, they are fortified with GMO grains and sugars and salt and all the things that people want you to avoid. Yes, that's right. And not all cancer cells. So you can have cancer and still not eat sugar and your cancer cells still grow. So yes. It is sad. Absolutely. And so in the standard American diet, we eat a lot of processed foods. And so what happens is that think about the lowest common denominator. So the people that are battling these things are considering that people are not educating themselves. So they don't take time to educate themselves for what works in your body. So some of you would be gluten intolerant. Some of you can't eat nightshades. I have a hard time with digesting avocados. I mean, so it's different for everybody, but I know what works in my body. And that's what I challenge you guys to do every single day, is to know what works in your body. So not just subscribing to a diet because that's the diet of the week or that's the idea of the week, because I guarantee you as we start stripping more and more whole grains out of our diet, in 5 years and 2 years and a year from now, they're going to be like, oh, we're not eating enough whole grains. And that has been the trend with diets, since diets have been diets. That's what's been happening. And so the real challenge there, and you guys are perfect. You guys are seekers. If you watch me, I consider you a seeker. I'm a seeker. I consider you a seeker, and that is a seeking of your own health. That is seeking knowledge for your own health. And so as you walk down this path and walk down this journey, you'll begin to notice what foods work well in your body and what foods do not work well in your body. So, and that is... Yeah, that's exactly right. An elimination diet is actually very helpful for finding out what your body works well with. It's not a new thing. Elimination diets have been around for millennia. So that's not like a new trend. That's actually a trend that's been around for a long, long time. But there have been doctors and stuff that have made it popular, and so people are trying it, but they're not doing it properly. So it's really, really important. If you just eat real food, eat real food. Bye. Thank you for being here, Becky, sorry. Oh, I want to go to a pedicure. I'm coming with you. Bye, guys. No, I'm kidding. That's right. Everybody is different. If one shoe fit all, then we would all have the same quality of life. We would all have the same, we would all have the same type of skin. We would all be just alike if one shoe fit all, and it does not. It's an impossibility because we are all unique. Every single one of us, think about that. All the billions of people on this planet, every single one of us is unique. And that requires some work on your part to know what your unique being needs. So yes. Yeah, exactly. So staying away from processed foods. I mean, here's my things. I know it's great, right? Like you start to drive people crazy because you have so much energy. But here's my things with this is that, sorry, there's something like floating around. Hold on, I have to look at my mac and cheese. Somebody asked what the mac and cheese was, by the way, and it's cauliflower. There's no pasta. It's cauliflower. But yes, so I can't remember what I was saying because I looked at my mac and cheese. Oh, so staying away from processed foods. So my rule is this. I eat 90% plant-based. So 90% of the foods that I put in my body are plant-based. The other 10% are grains, dairy, meats. Those are the other things that I put in my body. So that's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. And so it is, that's so funny, Linda. I'm just... It just like set in my brain what you said. So So, but that's how I eat. That's what works for me. Now, 90% of my plant-based diet is raw. So 50% of that 90% is raw. So that's how I eat, and that's what works for me. Robin eats about 80-20. Actually, he's getting closer to about 85-15, but but 85-15, but he eats about 80-20 as a general rule of thumb. Thank you so much for sharing out. As a general rule of thumb, that's how he eats. And it's and that's what works for him. You know, he's 63 and he's amazing. He has more energy than can you imagine somebody having more energy than I do? Robin has more energy than I do, and he's 20 years older than me, but he has been eating like this for a long time. He's been eating a simple veggie-based diet for a long, long time. However, he does do things that drive me nuts. Like he eats bread every single day. He eats toast every single morning. But that's his version of moderation is eating toast every single morning. So, and he eats things for lunch sometimes, and I'm like, I'm not watching. Like today, he's out doing house calls, and I don't even want to know what he's eating. Like, don't even tell me what you ate, because then I stress about it. But he's doing fine. So, but he has his own version of moderation. I have my own version of moderation. And when people say you cannot live a moderate life, they are talking to the masses of people that don't take time to educate themselves about their diet. You can live in moderation. You absolutely can live in moderation. It's different for every single person. It's different for me. It's different for Robin. It's different for Sherry. It's different for Janie. It's different for Linda. Moderation is different for all of us. So finding that is the key. When you find that level, and it takes work. It's taken me 3 years to figure out a diet that works for me. So yes. Yes, but he hates it. He won't eat it. He hates it. He hates any bread that's not made with wheat. He hates it. So, but we do sprouted grains. So yeah. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, you guys are going to get to see the finished product, I'm afraid. Yeah. He just does not like it. He will not eat it. Gosh, I still have to write my class notes for tonight. I haven't even done that yet. Can't put this down all the way. Look at that. So beautiful. Can you see that? Here. Why am I afraid? I know. I can't put my door all the way down. So, and my hands are still a little weak from my parvovirus. I have to be careful. Look at that. What in the world? Look better without it. Oh my gosh. I know. It's so beautiful. It smells so amazing. Oh, there's some hearts. You guys are funny. By the way, if you're watching this long replay, I know it looks so good, right? If you've gotten this far in replay, you can still give hearts, by the way. I know, it's beautiful. You guys hung out long enough to see the finished product. That's crazy. Like 1,000 people have come and gone, and we're still here making mac and cheese. I've said I was going to leave like 20 times, but yeah. What should you get? I don't know. You mean for this? This is just, this is some cauliflower, what else is in there? Some cottage cheese, some raw cheddar. This is cottage cheese, raw cheddar. What else is in there that you would need to get? You're going to have like salt and pepper and garlic salt and all that. Yogurt is in here. You could use kefir as well. Yogurt. Yeah. Then it's all in a sauce that you pour on the top of this. Yeah. It's amazing. Hold on. Heck. Ah. I'm like Kim Garsh. I can't get my around. There we go. Yeah. And I made some in ramekins too, like little ones. I made those ahead of time so I could show you guys because I didn't think that I'd be on here this long, but whatever. Yeah, beautiful. Gorgeous. It smells like heaven. Yeah. So now I've got to go photograph it and get the recipe up on the website. Yeah, there's lots of dairy in this, but it is a great, because of the cauliflower, it is, you're getting a ton of cruciferous vegetables in this. So, and one of the kings of them. So yeah, so go check it out. You have to watch the replay. The replay actually goes very fast when I make it. I made this in like 20 minutes. So thank you, Becky. Thanks for being here. Yeah, just cauliflower pieces, no pasta. Yep. All right, guys, I am outie. I love you. I will see you tomorrow, noon Mountain Time, lunch with Leslie. We're making a flourless chocolate cake tomorrow. What? Crazy. All right, see you tomorrow, noon Mountain Time. Go check out GoToKitchens.com. There's the website. Bye.